Hi everyone, it's Liam here from Rating the Races. So we are back with the handicap analysis. There's only 4 this week that I've spotted that I think are interesting with their new handicap marks. The first one is Mr. King, who caught my eye 2 runs ago at York over just shy of a mile, and was really strong at the finish, staying on really well for a never near a 7th on his first run for Ian Jardine. Now, Ian then stepped the horse up in trip just under a month later. What was it? 23 days later, up to a mile and 2 at Doncaster, and actually finished last of 10. And I don't think the step up in trip really worked. But the handicapper has been nice. He's dropped him a pound to 90. And I just feel that a drop back slightly in trip and maybe down in class as well will really suit. The horse, when it was running in Ireland, was carrying big weights because he was taking on lesser opposition all the time. And you can see that the form was pretty good. Kept running good performances, a couple of wins, and you can see was high on our ratings as well. With that all in mind, where would you go? Well, for me, you've got to go for this race here. It's a mile and 1 for horses rated 71 to 90, so it's a class 3. Now, his 2 runs for Ian Jardine have been in class 2 races. So it'd be a drop in class. It would be against easier rivals. He's dropped to 90, so he would be the highest rated horse in the race as well. I think that's an obvious one for me on the 27th of September in 10 days' time. Now that you've had a couple of runs and you know, for a new trainer, it's clear that you're not going to win a class 2 at this stage. Drop him back to class 3, get some confidence, get some understanding of the horse as well, what the horse can do. And yeah, I'd be really confident of a huge run if the horse goes to Newmarket on the 27th of September in this class 3 handicap rather than sticking in class 2 races. The second horse that caught my eye was Zofi, who finished 4th in the Watergate Cup behind, who won it? Spirit Mixer won it, just in front of Vera Verto. Now the horse has dropped another pound for that. He's down to 91, and that's only £1 higher than when winning the Chester Cup this year. You know, he's back down to a mark that he's going to get competitive off. Now, I think what they should do here is give the Cesarewitch another go. They ran in it last year. He disappointed. He finished 15th. Do it again this year, as we might as well run. We've already won the Chester Cup this year. And if he wins, you know, or runs well in the Cesarewitch, then great. You know, a fantastic performance. If he doesn't, the handicapper's likely to drop him a pound or 2, isn't he? And if he drops him a pound and he's back down to 90, the same winning mark as Chester for the Chester Cup, surely where we'll then see him next season. So yeah, I think Zofi could be interesting in the Cesarewitch. I probably wouldn't be backing him in the Cesarewitch, but he's one that I've already got my eye on for next year's Chester Cup. Moving on to Aboma Gold, who's dropped £2 to 85. He is so well handicapped. Do you know his last 2 wins back here? At Doncaster on the heavy going and at Goodwood on the heavy going came off marks of 96 and 95. He's rated 85. Since this run at Doncaster, when has he ran on soft ground? Soft ground. He's had 1 go on good to soft. That's it. He's never been able to find this heavy and soft ground that he loves. And I'm pretty confident that as soon as we get those conditions, he's going to go close. Now, he's going to be entered in everything. He's going to end up in the Air Gold Cup or Air Silver Cup this week. All of those races that he competed in last year. Probably off to York, probably to Doncaster for the race he won. And as soon as they get heavy going, I think they're going to be very keen on their chance. But, you know, because they don't know what the ground's going to be, they have to keep running him. And hopefully he doesn't end up running too many times that he drops out of these feature handicaps and has to end up going winning a moderate class 3. There's definitely a race in Aboma Gold. It's just as soon as he gets that ground. And the final horse is Vintage Clarett, who I said would be interested in next time if he didn't win for us at Doncaster. He didn't. Where does he go? Well, last year he actually ran in this race at York on the 23rd of September. Now, that's not available this year for him. What is available is this race at York on the 11th of October. It is the... Which one is it? it's the 5 furlong Copper Knight, winning most horse at Handicap. Horses rated 76. When he won last year, he was in a class 2. It was for horses rated something to 100. So there were better horses in the race at York. He beat them. This is an easier race. He's better off in the weights. He's £3 lower than when winning at York last year. I mean, he's got to go to York, hasn't he, for this race? It would look a very poor bit of placement if he doesn't turn up on Friday the 11th of October in this handicap. Easier race, better handicapped, back at a course you like, good enough time between the races to recover from his effort at Doncaster. So yeah, they are my only 4 this week. Mr. King, I want to see him dropped in trip and dropped in class. I think he would go very close at Newmarket. Zofi is probably going to be off to the Zarowich, but I'm already interested in him for the Chester Cup next year. Aboma Gold, as soon as he gets a bit of cut. And Vintage Clarett can also drop in class for this York handicap. The Copper Knight winning most horse at the York Handicap Stakes on the 11th of October.